What's going on, guys? Frank Rich from Rebuilt Recovery, and in today's video I want to talk to you about how to become the person that is no longer addicted to porn. You see, every week I get guys that reach out to me. Frank, I'm struggling. I can't go 30 days without relapsing. I can't go a week without relapsing. I've made it 6 months and now I've relapsed, and I'm back in these habits and rituals and routines, and I'm watching pornography on a regular basis. And what I ask these guys is, what are you relying on? What tools, what practices, what routines, what rituals are you trying to reprogram yourself to do? See, here's what we have to understand is that up to 70% of our day happens as a pre-programmed unconscious behavior. Think about it. Think about little routines. I mean, there's thousands of thoughts, feelings, habits, rituals, routines that occur on a daily basis, and you are not in control of these. These are through a lifetime of pre-programming, through a lifetime of these type of behaviors. So if we're truly going to end our battle, end our fight, and overcome the struggle that we're facing right now with pornography addiction, we have to begin to take back control of our life. We have to take back control and reprogram some of these unconscious behaviors, these unconscious things. You know, I had this thing that I always default to saying. You know, it's a great book that I read called The Unbroken Brain, where they're really taking a new look at addiction. You know, for decades, for as long as we can possibly remember, there's somebody like me that comes from a family of alcoholism, comes from a family of drug addiction, comes from a family of just living a subpar life. You've always been taught that the way that you act, the way that you behave, your addictions, your behaviors, these are genetically passed down to you. It's a part of who you are. You have disease, you have an illness, you have a sickness. And I'm here to tell you first and foremost that if you are truly going to change your life and end your battle and fight with pornography addiction, you have to get out of this victim mindset. You are not sick. You do not have an illness. Maybe you were passed down, or you grew up in an environment that taught you some improper behaviors, that taught you the not correct way to live your life, that taught you that it was okay to drink on a regular basis, that taught you that it was okay to participate in porn and masturbation on a regular basis. But what you have to realize is you have to stop being the victim and start taking responsibility of your own life. So when I say the saying, if you are going to end your fight with porn addiction, you have to become the person that is no longer addicted to porn. Here's what I mean is, throughout the day, we're getting these thoughts, feelings, triggers, emotions that drive us to consuming porn, that drive us towards needing that release, that drive us towards needing that time spent in front of the computer screen, time spent with our phone, whatever the case may be. However you're consuming it, that's yours. But you have to realize that unconsciously, your life is surrounded with all of these thoughts, triggers, and emotions that are driving you to that. So in order for you to fully take back control, you have to start by stop being a victim. Take ownership, take responsibility for your life, and realize that you are the only person capable of changing what you are doing. Now, here's what I mean when I say you have to become the person that's no longer addicted to porn. This is not something that I just make a decision today that I'm going to stop this and I'm going to be a new person. But ultimately, remember and realize that every day your body is producing new cells. In fact, every 11 to 14 days or so, your body is completely new. New cells, new skin, new cells that create our organs, new wiring in our brain. So how can we become the person that is no longer addicted to porn? Well, we have to start implementing and putting habits, routines, and rituals in place on a daily basis that we can execute on, and that we can begin to reprogram ourselves. So over the course of weeks, months, maybe even years for some of you, depending upon where you're at, you can begin to reprogram some of these unconscious behaviors. So when you're at work and your boss yells at you and you see the beautiful receptionist walk by, that initial thought, that initial feeling that would maybe drive you to later on in the day, or even in that moment, flip open a site, look at some pornography. Unconsciously, you have to rewire that brain. It's a lot of what I teach with my guys is we want to rebuild our body. We want to rewire our brains. You see, we have these neural pathways, this programming, this wiring in our brain that over the course of our life, from the time that we're small adolescents all the way to adulthood, we're programming pathways, we're programming responses unconscious behaviors that are going to happen. So you have to begin to take control of these. And for me, the best way that I found success for myself and in guys that I work with is if you can take control of the first 30 minutes of your day and take control of the last 30 minutes of your day. So think about it. 1 hour, you need to have complete control of 1 hour of your day. What this is going to do is this is going to give you the tools, habits, rituals, and disciplines needed to have better control when times are weak, when triggers arise, when you're getting those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions that would normally drive you to go watch pornography. So what I recommend is implementing 15 to 30 minute routine on a daily basis, a series of habits, rituals, routines that you can control. This is not something where you roll over bed, you flip your phone open, and now you're in response to the world. No, it's got to be things that serve you. So where are you at in your life? What are you trying to grow? Where are you trying to grow in your life? Are you trying to acquire a new skill? Are you focused on building your bodies? If your body is not in control and you don't have the physique that you want to have, first thing in the morning should be some type of physical activity, some type of exercise. Maybe there's a mental meditation. Maybe there's a journaling exercise. These are all things that I use and teach with my guys. But ultimately, it's got to be yours. It's got to be unique to you. So when I say you got to become the person that's no longer addicted to porn, you have to realize that A, you are not a victim. You are not sick. You do not have an illness. You do not have a disease. All you've done is you've acquired a series of habits and rituals over the course of years that do not serve you and ultimately are holding you back from becoming the man that you were created to be. So, becoming the man that is not addicted to porn, start building habits. Start with a morning routine, start with an evening routine, and just watch those effects slowly over time begin to change how you handle your days in times of weakness. Guys, it's real simple. You are stronger than you think. You are stronger than anyone has ever told you you are. Porn is holding you back from becoming who you were created to be, but it's solely up to you to make a decision. Make a decision today, right now, that you will change your life, that you will begin to step into the man that you were created to be. Guys, that is my goal and that is my prayer and wish for every single one of you on the other side. Now, if you need some help, if you're looking for some assistance in doing this, what I've done is I compiled a real simple report, 10, 15 pages, I don't remember how long it is, but it's 7 steps to living a life without porn. And my gift to you is I want to give this to you absolutely free. So if it's something that you're ready to take back control, take action today, and ultimately create the life that you were designed to live, hit that first link in the bio right there. It's a 7-step guide to living life without porn. But guys, make sure to stay tuned. If you have not done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Check out these other videos because I got tons of content coming your way to help you if you're ready to take back control of your life and ultimately end your fight and battle with porn addiction. But Frank Rich for Rebuilt Recovery. God bless you all. Wishing the best for you, and I'll speak to you soon.